I'm Chris Lawrence in Dallas with your news from North Texas. 2 firefighters are recovering after a fire in Fort Worth, and one of them was injured when the ceiling caved in. It happened in a neighborhood near I-30 and 35. Scoop Jefferson is on the scene to bring us up to speed.
When Fort Worth firefighters got here, they found the house already in flames, and within minutes, another emergency involving one of their own. The same heavy smoke and flames Fort Worth firefighters rushed to put out late Wednesday morning.
I just see a giant cloud of black smoke.
Had already gotten the attention of a Fort Worth mother on her way home.
Fire was coming out the windows. Smoke was like black through the roof, like in the sky. It was horrible.
Just before noon, a Fort Worth fire crew on the way back to their fire station also spotted the billowing smoke. When they arrived at the William Street house, firefighters sprang into action. Marlonese Hugh, who told us her neighbors were away, watched from across the street.
It was just a really big, scary-looking fire. I had never been that close to a fire before.
But after just 2 minutes battling the flames,
crews were making their way into the home to try to, start to put water on the fire. There was a collapse of the garage, which came down on one of our firefighters.
The injured firefighter went to the hospital by helicopter, condition stable, according to Fort Worth Fire.
But they reacted pretty fast. They were trying to pull him out, trying to save him as quickly as they could.
Minutes later, more on-scene trouble. Paramedics took a second firefighter to the hospital, who officials say had a medical emergency related to the heat and smoke from the fire, also now listed in stable condition. Eventually, the Fort Worth Arson Unit responded to the William Street home to start their investigation after witnessing a large house fire for the first time ever.
What actually happened? What caused it?
Just like investigators, Stephanie also wants to know the cause of the fire. In Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
An 11-year-old girl is recovering after being grazed by a bullet around 4 a.m. Dallas police say someone fired shots into her home near Great Trinity Forest Way and Sunnyvale Street. Paramedics treated her injuries at the scene and were working to find out if police have identified any suspects. DFW has become the second largest financial hub in the country, and we just got word more jobs are on the way. Scotiabank just selected Dallas for its new regional office. The move to Victory Park will bring a $60 million investment and over 1,000 jobs. Just last week, the Dallas City Council approved an economic development grant worth $2.7 million, and Scotiabank's new office will be right next to the American Airlines Center. American troops, police officers, and other first responders are often given special honors when they're laid to rest. But other heroes are sometimes overlooked, hard at work every day. Kevin Reese shows us an equally deserved goodbye.
A North Dallas cemetery chapel on a Friday morning.
Those whose lives she touched rise and call her blessed.
The final ritual for a family saying goodbye.
We gather here to intern the earthly body of Joanne Mashman Woods.
Jody Woods was 81 when she died. The end of a remarkable life as a flight attendant, a hospital nurse, and a flight nurse during the Vietnam War.
Jody was one of 3 sisters.
Those sisters and her niece Lisa Poyce would become nurses too.
We work and live in a different reality when we put our uniforms on and go to work.
Which brings to mind the uniforms that showed up at her funeral.
She brings goodness, not harm, to all who know her, all the days of her life.
7 women in vintage nurse uniforms, flowing capes included, arrived at her grave and rang a bell.
Nurse Joanne, please report for duty.
A bell that Joanne,
Nurse Joanne, please report for duty.
could no longer answer.
Final call. Nurse Joanne, please report for duty.
We just feel like it is our honor to honor them.
Francis and Patricia are members of the North Texas Nurse Honor Guard, volunteers who offer to give one final salute to a nurse's lifetime of service. These now retired nurses have stood graveside 36 times in the last 2 years.
We hope that it provides them comfort
and knowing that, you know, she was well loved.
It says you were important. You did this, you made a difference.
So it's really an emotional situation.
Still is.
Yes.
Sandy Hardy watched the same tribute paid to his wife Carol last year. She died at just 71 after a lifetime as an RN in Dallas, Mesquite, and Salt Lake City.
An angel.
To a grieving widower, the final tribute meant the world.
Yep. She was sent here by God to take care of us all.
The Honor Guard offers each family a lamp as a symbol of a nurse's service, a reading of the Florence Nightingale Pledge, and a final goodbye.
Joanne Woods served selflessly for the good of others. She has answered her final call. Her tasks are complete. Her shift has ended. Joanne has gone home.
I thought it was a great way to pay tribute to a profession that really gives all that they can, and doesn't really ask for much. We just show up.
There are an estimated 5.2 million registered nurses in the U.S. The hours are long. The physical and emotional toll can be intense.
We commend to Almighty God Joanne Mashman Woods.
So an honor guard will make this final tribute every time they can.
Nurses are a tight group. We're all sisters and brothers.
A brotherhood and sisterhood offering a final moment of compassion to someone who spent a lifetime offering theirs.
That's the bottom line. She dedicated her life to helping humanity.
May you rest in ever-loving peace. Your fellow colleagues will take it from here.
In North Dallas with photographer Daryl Golden, I'm Kevin Reese.
They say nurses are the heart of our healthcare industry, and you can certainly see why. And those are your headlines from North Texas.